Hey everyone, I'm Matt with Ozark Overland Adventures, and this is the brand new SetPower PT45. It is a 45-liter fridge, true dual zone, so two completely separate compartments here. That, as far as budget fridges go, this thing's freaking awesome. Of all the budget fridges that I have tested on this channel, this one's the winner, by far. I've tested a lot of SetPower's fridges. They're dual zone fridges, they're single zone fridges, and man, they knocked it out of the park on this one. It's not perfect, but I wouldn't expect a budget fridge to be perfect, but it is pretty darn close. This fridge is set apart a little bit from the others in the SetPower lineup in its construction. This thing is made to be out off-road, overlanding, out off the grid in rugged environments. It's got a partial polycarbonate plastic construction. It's got partial aluminum construction here, big sturdy handles, thick insulation, 2.2 inches of insulation on the inside. And it does really well. The latches, they don't go anywhere. The top has a leather kind of non-slip surface. You can put things on top of this without it slipping around. And they really just knocked it out of the park with this thing. And this thing is designed to handle 40-degree slopes without messing up the compressor. The compressors on all fridges can only be sustained at a certain degree angle before it messes up the compressor. And this one's designed for 40 degrees. And after just coming back from Moab and experiencing 35 degrees, I don't know that I want to experience 40 degrees, because even 35 degrees is stupid steep. So, you can put this in the back of your rig and know that, even if you're, in Moab, climbing Hell's Gate, Yellow Hill, on Pritchett Canyon, this thing is going to do really well, and the compressor's not going to get all messed up because you were at some stupid steep angle for very long. That's a big win in the off-roading overlanding space. All right, so let's go through the details of this. I mentioned the construction, the handles. The handle design is awesome. It gives you a firm platform to strap this down in the back of your rig or inside your rig. So it doesn't get tossed around. It is a true dual zone, which means you can set this compartment as a freezer or a fridge anywhere from 0 to 50-ish degrees, and you can do the exact same thing for this one. So you can run two freezers, you can run two fridges, you can run freezer fridge or freezer fridge, depending on your space. And I do very much love this design in that this compartment is very big, nice and deep. This is where you will store most of your stuff. And then this compartment that sits over the compressor, it's a smaller space. So, maybe you want to keep, things like vegetables or, maybe a few drinks and stuff in here and keep all your food in here, or vice versa. Or maybe you decide to take some popsicles along or some ice cream. You can use the little section here for your freezer and then keep all your refrigerated stuff over here. I love the versatility in that. Now, for my use case, I am most likely to use a dual zone fridge as two different fridge compartments. I don't use one as a freezer very often. I do occasionally, but not very often. And so in my circumstance, I would probably load this one up with my drinks to keep cold, and use this one for my food. That way I've got food and drinks separate, and so if I just need to, grab a water bottle or a Coke or something, boom, reach in there and grab this one. Instead of like a single zone fridge, a lot of times you're having to fumble around and, move your lunch meat and move your, vegetables and stuff out of the way to get to drinks that have moved to the bottom, that sort of thing. So this allows you to keep them separate, and I would most likely do drinks on this side and my food on this side, because that's just super handy. As far as the dimensions and weight goes, it is 24.4 inches across this way. It is 15.7 inches across this way. And this model is 19.9 inches tall and weighs 42 pounds, which That's pretty darn good for a fridge this size. And one thing I like about this new PT model is it comes in 3 different sizes. This is the 45 liter. It also comes in a 35 liter, which is just a little bit shorter. And then it comes in a 55 liter if you need more storage space, that is just a little bit taller. So that's pretty handy. Dimensions are all the same except for the height between those fridges. So you can, if you just need a little fridge, you can get the 35. If you need a bigger fridge because you're going to be out longer, or you have more people, you get the 55. That's pretty cool. I love the fact that it's got LED lights on each side. That's very nice. Makes fumbling around in the dark much easier. What really sets SetPower apart in the budget fridge space is their warranty. And the reason why I like SetPower so much compared to the budget competition is their warranty. Most budget brands, you're going to get a 1-year warranty on the compressor. SetPower gives you a 3-year warranty on the compressor, which to my knowledge, they're the only one that does that. There may be others because there's so many different manufacturers on the market now. But that 3-year warranty is really what sets SetPower apart from the competition. And their customer service is excellent. On the front here, it's got everything that you would expect on a good quality fridge. 2 different temperature controls. You can actually turn one or both sides off. Let's say you're going out and you only need one side and you want to turn one side off to save energy, whatever. So all you do is hold down the 2 buttons here for just a couple seconds and that side goes off. And now this side is shut down. This is the only side that's running. To turn it back on again, you just do the exact same thing. Push those 2 buttons and hold it in, and now this side is back on again. It's got 3 levels of battery protection to protect your starter battery. You've got high, medium, and low protection. So depending on your battery and your starter needs, you can set that appropriately. I usually set mine to medium, but for every vehicle is different. So you can, if you need to make sure you protect your starter battery, bump that up to high. And this will turn itself off when it reaches a certain voltage to make sure that you have enough power in your starter battery to start your vehicle, and get back on the move. So that's handy. All fridges should have that. This one does. And then it's got a compressor setting here for minimum and maximum setting. Max is going to give you, high power, fast cooling. It's not worried about being efficient. This is for when you have it plugged into the wall at home. Max is what you want to set it on. When you have it in your vehicle running off 12 volt, that's when set it to minimum. It cycles the compressor on and off less frequent, really does its best to be as efficient as possible. Now, speaking about efficiency, one thing that I do with every fridge freezer that I test is hook it up to a portable power station, in this case a Blue Yeti EB55. It's a 500 watt-hour power station, which is probably the most common size power station that people are going to take out, for their weekend trips, short overlanding trips, that sort of thing. And just to see how long this will last. And for this, I tested it 2 ways. One, with both sides set as a fridge. At 34 degrees, I put a couple water bottles in this side. I put a 2-liter bottle of water on this side just to help regulate the temperature a little bit. And inside the house, that we keep the house at 74 degrees. So all the testing conditions are pretty consistent across the board when I test fridges. And on the 500 watt-hour power station, this one lasted 45 hours and 38 minutes, which is very good, very respectable, especially for a budget priced fridge. That's doing really good. I went back and looked at older videos comparing to other fridges of this size that I've tested, and it's on par, a little better than some of those. So super awesome with how this performed as a dual zone. I also tested it as a freezer in the smaller compartment and a fridge in the larger compartment, and had 2 frozen water bottles on this side. Running any fridge as a freezer, it sucks a lot of power. So do not expect any brand fridge freezer combo running as a freezer to last very long on a 500 watt-hour power station. because it just sucks a lot of power. If you're going to go out on an extended overlanding trip, make sure you've either got a big beefy power station to plug it into, or have auxiliary batteries in the back of your rigs, like I do my Gladiator and the Wrangler. Because using it as a freezer just sucks a lot of power. This one did very respectable with the smaller side as a freezer and this one as a fridge. This one was set to 0 degrees and kept the water bottles nice and frozen. 15 hours and 43 minutes, which, if you're getting into camp at night and unplugging it from your rig, plugging it into the power station to get you through in the morning, maybe 8 to 10 hours at camp before you hit the road again, you're going to be okay, depending on how often you open this lid and have that compressor trying to keep it, keep everything frozen. But I think you'll be fine for being on the move, overnight stops, that sort of thing. So 15 hours and 43 minutes, that's pretty respectable for a freezer and a 500 watt hour power station. And finally, since I've been discussing this as a budget fridge, let's talk price. This PT45 45 liter true dual zone fridge, $359 with a 3-year warranty. That's awesome. I just think that's the crazy awesome price for a fridge of this quality. The 35 liter version of this comes in at $20 cheaper at $339, and the 55 liter fridge comes in at $20 more at $379. So that's just insane. The 55 liter version of this for $379, that is just crazy good. I was actually quite surprised that the prices were this low. And there's a link in the description. If you go to SetPower's website, put in the coupon code Ozark Overland, you can save 12% in addition to the already crazy price of these things. So you can get an additional 12% off with the coupon code Ozark Overland. Link and everything in the description. Now let's talk about the things that I don't like about this fridge. It is a budget fridge, so there are some compromises here. The handles are sturdy. They've got metal, metal handles here, metal pins that run through it, metal hardware and stuff, but the handles themselves are plastic. So I wouldn't go, really cranking down on the straps for this thing. In the back of your rig, I do think they will hold, but it would be great if these were all metal handles. The vents on this are just standard open vents. On the higher end fridges, you get the angled vents that kind of as rain's coming down on it. If you put this in the back of a truck like my Gladiator, rain's hitting it, that helps deflect the rain from getting on the inside. These are just open holes here, so I wouldn't count on this to withstand getting rained on, as well as something like the new Ice Co that I just reviewed. That's got the slotted and angled vents on it to help keep the rain out. The power cord for this thing, you only have one option of where it goes, and that's here on this side. If however your rig is positioned, you need to for some reason have the power come out on that side, you'll have to wrap the cord around. That's not as big of a deal because the power cord on this thing is crazy long. This is it. It's very long, so it should reach wherever you need it to. Because that's a plus. And then the other thing that this is missing that's really nice on the higher end fridges are drain plugs on the inside. So if you spill something in here and you need to clean it out, you'll just be using towels to clean it out. There's no drain plug to wash it out and let it drain out the bottom like you'll find on the higher end fridges. But honestly, that's really it. If you're going to be in an SUV like a Wrangler or a 4Runner or a van or anything where it's on the inside, the vents, that's not a problem. That's only if you're using this in the back of a truck. The drain holes, minor inconvenience. This, as long as this cord is not that big of a deal, I do think the handles are sturdy enough to strap this thing down without worry. But those are some of the features you find on the more expensive fridges, like the Ice Co I reviewed last week. So, I just think this is a killer fridge, and think SetPower knocked it out of the park. And at the price range of this thing, it's just it's bonkers for this quality of a fridge, 3-year warranty, this performance, this construction. I think it's excellent. Let me know in the comments what you think. This is now available on SetPower's website. The 55-liter version, at the time of this recording, the 55-liter version will be shipping out a few weeks later. So who knows, by the time you're watching this, it may already be out. But the 35 and the 45, they're ready to order now. But fantastic. Let me know in the comments what you think. Yeah, if you're looking for a budget fridge, I love SetPower. This new PT45 is awesome. So if you would, give the video a like, assuming you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're not, please. We've got a goal of hitting 100,000 subscribers this year, and I think we're gonna hit that one. So, but we need your help. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you like the content that we're doing, you can find these reviews and stuff that we do on our Tuesday video releases helpful, and our trip releases on Friday, inspiring. Consider supporting us through Patreon. Links in the description. You gain access to special content, special events, all of our GPS data. And for Ozark Overland Adventures merchandise, like our new hats here and a shirt, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.